Thank you all for stopping by the channel. This live video podcast is brought to you by, well, nothing, but just a brief live video podcast. Like this. The NFL playoffs, Denver Broncos starting Jarrett Stidham. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Jarrett Stidham. Yeah, it's kind of cool that he's starting against the Patriots. Look, I don't know who's going to win that game. I mean, you just never know. They're NFL athletes. You never know. And sorry about that. I had some to take care of course. Never fails when you start a stream on or live stream on StreamYard. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win. I think honestly, it's gonna be the Broncos and Seahawks. Now there's been a Seahawks Patriots and a Seahawks Broncos matchup, but there's never been a Broncos Rams matchup. So that would be kind of an interesting take. Obviously, like the Rams fans, they're definitely want to see the Seahawks. They want to see the Rams in. And if you don't like the Seahawks, obviously you want to see the Rams. If you don't like the Patriots, then you want to see the Broncos. A lot of people, they still don't want to see the Patriots in there. Look, as a Broncos fan, if the winner of the obviously if the Patriots, if they pull it off, if they win against Denver, I'm rooting for the Patriots. A lot of people not. They were like, there's anybody but the Patriots, people will say. And it's just, it's crazy how that is. That it's just because they start winning doesn't mean you have to necessarily hate them. Isn't that kind of funny? I just never understood that. How, well, I don't like the Patriots because if they win the game, that means they're going to win the Super Bowl and win the championship. Honestly, a person has zero control over that. But they act like they can control it's just amazing how we live in a world where people think they can control something that they can't control. It's usually that's the way it is. That's how it is nowadays almost. Not everybody, of course. The far majority probably not, but there's a lot that think that they can just control, or they don't get their way, they're gonna blame the refs. You know, Look, a lot of people remember how when the Patriots played the Chiefs and that AFC Championship game before the Patriots beat the Rams in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 53, going on 7 years ago. Yeah, it's just ludicrous how everybody wanted the Chiefs to win, and then the following year the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and then they lost the Super Bowl, and they lost in the AFC championship game. They made like 7 straight AFC championship games, and then it's crazy how everybody started rooting against the Chiefs because, well, they thought the refs were helping out the Chiefs, and they said, well, the refs are helping out Mahomes. They're never going to call a penalty if it's against Mahomes. And maybe that's true, but that's against a lot of quarterbacks. So, and you see it, and it's unfortunate the way people are because if the Seahawks go on a run or the Broncos go on a run of championships or the Rams do, then they're gonna say the same thing. And then the very same team, the very same fans that like I have a friend that's a Chiefs fan. And again, most fans, not most fans, a lot of fans are delusional when it comes to their team. They think their team is the greatest, and not everybody, of course. They root for their team, and then they'll think, well, just because our team lost, our team lost, then it's rigged, and if our team wins, then that's great. if our team keeps on winning championships, of course they're not rigged. And he, like I say, when he was always when the Patriots kept on winning, he was like, the Patriots cheat, and then the Chiefs started winning. Well, naturally, he never said anything about the Chiefs. Of course not. They weren't cheaters. No, perish the thought. But that's how fans are. That's how the world is when it comes to rooting for something. Fanatic. Just like with politics, they just can't see the hypocrisy on both sides. They really can't. They can't see the hypocrisy on both sides of the political spectrum. They can't see. They can't seem unless it's somebody else. They can't. It's very easy to point the finger. It's very easy. Maybe I'm doing that now, but I'm just, like I say, it's very easy to call out other people and hold others accountable than yourself. As a Bronco fan, I'm not going to be mad if they don't win. I'll be upset a little bit. I mean, I'll probably, be a little upset, of course. But if they win, that's great. That's even more. It's uh, even more better. But I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, the game is rigged." I have no proof of that. I mean, I don't have no evidence of that. I don't have evidence of of uh, of the football being rigged. I highly doubt it with all the money and all that. Uh, you know, but it's just one of those things. I just don't think you're ever, I just don't think. I don't know. A lot of times I don't think, but that's another story for another time. Or maybe now. Like I say, I just wanted to share this brief video podcast. It's going to be a live video podcast. Like I say, it's Friday night, January 23rd, 2026. And yeah, you know, we all have our opinions in life, and that's the nice thing about it is we can share our opinions. We can agree to disagree. Uh like I say, it's all about entertainment. I think when you have a YouTube channel, you at least should have a little fun making YouTube videos, and whether they're podcast or live streams or whatever. In this case, it's a live stream pod or live podcast, but it's not going to get many views, if any at all. And that's all I really wanted to share. Uh like I say, I just like to have fun. It's not about trying to make people upset. I try to be even kill. I like to have a little bit of fun. And if I don't have success along the way, then that's just the way it is. I'm used to not having success. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to share. Thank you very much for stopping by the Gordon Miller Show. Have a great day and our night.